The Trials of Aetheria. As the crew of the Odyssey settled into their new base on Aetheria, they began to face the planet's many challenges. The first major obstacle became in the form of a powerful storm system that swept across the region. The Aetherians warned them of these storms, which were unlike anything that the crews ever encountered on Earth. The storm hit with a ferocity that took everyone by surprise. Gale force winds howled through the trees, and a torrential rain turned the ground into mud. The crew scrambled to secure their equipment and shelter, but the storm's intensity made it difficult to see or hear. Captain Rodriguez coordinated the efforts, her voice calm and authoritative over the comms. Despite their best efforts, the storm caused significant damage. Several pieces of critical equipment were lost or damaged, and the crew had to work tirelessly to make repairs. Alex Carter, his engineering skills put to the test as he devised creative solutions to keep their mission on track. Shortly after the storm, a mysterious illness began to spread among the crew. They started with mild symptoms, fatigue, headaches, and dizziness, but quickly escalated to more severe conditions. Dr. Emily Chen, the medical team, worked around the clock to identify the cause and find a cure. The Aetherians offered their assistance, sharing their knowledge of the planet's flora and fauna. They've introduced the crew to a plant known as luminous orchid, which had potent medical properties. Dr. Chen and her team synthesized a treatment from the orchid, but it was a race against the time to produce enough for the entire crew. As the illness spread, tensions rose. The crew was already dealing with the stress of their mission, and added pressure of the illness pushed them to their limits. Captain Rodriguez held daily briefings, providing updates and encouraging the crew to stay strong. Her leadership a beacon of hope in the dark times. During one of the explorations, the crew discovered a hidden cavern deep within the crystal caves. This cavern was unlike any they have seen before. The walls covered in ancient carvings and symbols. The air was thick with a sense of history and mystery. Dr. Marcus Lee, now working to redeem himself, took a keen interest in the carvings. He believed that they held the key to understanding the Aetherians' past and their connection to the stellar Nexus. With the help of the Aetherians, he began to decipher the symbols, uncovering a story of the great cataclysm that had nearly destroyed their civilization. The carvings told of one time when the Aetherians had harnessed the power of the stellar Nexus to protect the world from an external threat. However, the immense power had come at a cost, leading to a catastrophic event that had forced them to retreat and rebuild. This revelation added a new layer of urgency to the crew's mission as they realized the potential dangers of the stellar Nexus. As the crew continued to explore and learn, the relationship with the Aetherians deepened. The two groups began to work together more closely, sharing knowledge and resources. The Aetherians taught the crew about their advanced technologies and sustainable practices, while the crew shared their extents in engineering and in medical. Captain Rodriguez and Aetherian leader Kalen formed a strong bond based on mutual respect and trust. They held regular meetings to discuss their progress and plan for the future. Kalen revealed that the Aetherians had been monitoring Earth for some time, aware of the humanity's struggles and hoping to one day make contact. The alliance between the crew and the Aetherians brought new hope to both groups. Together they began to develop a plan to harness the power of the stellar Nexus safely, using the knowledge and the resources of both civilizations. This collaboration marked a turning point in their mission as they moved from mere survival to actively shaping their future. Just as things seemed to be stabilizing, the crew received an unexpected visitor. A small unmarked spacecraft landed near their base, and a lone figure emerged. The visitor was a human, but not from Earth. He introduced himself as Captain Orion, a member of a rogue faction that had been exploring the galaxy for decades. Captain Orion brought news of a looming threat, a powerful alien race known as the Dothraki, who were intent on conquering Aetheria and claiming its resources. He had been tracking the Dothraki for years and had come to warn the crew and the Aetherians of the impending danger. The arrival of the Captain Orion added a new layer of complexity to the mission. The crew had to prepare for the potential conflict, fortifying their base and developing strategies to defend Aetheria. The Aetherians, who had long lived in peace, were reluctant to be engaged in warfare, but understood that the necessity of protecting their planet.